Good afternoon. It is October the 25th, 2016. Time to review our trading in the E-mini day. We came in based on the overnight action. Thought we had a pretty good chance to get stops above 2150. That really wasn't possible. The trades set up right here. That was a retest failure. That was our monkey trade, and that's where we found ourselves. So we do get some retracement. We had a nice block of selling in the 45, 46. Eventually we get up here, and here we have that little 2-bar pattern or another monkey trade, and the market eventually comes down into the top of our number 2 buy zone. So our number 1 buy zone was here and produced a reasonable trade. Our number 2 buy zone was here, and both of them produced reasonable trades. And I bring this up and point it out because trade location at areas that offer you an advantage as a buyer or seller is really, really high. You get out of the scalping mode. You have a shot at 5 to 10 points. And given the lack of volatility that we have quite often in the E-mini, that's pretty important. So what do we have for tomorrow in the E-mini? Looking at our F1 screen. We're knocking on support right here. We do have a higher low and a higher high by definition. This screen says if we don't break support, we can trade higher. Looking at the F2 screen, we're going to get a different picture on the F2 screen. We're looking at a pretty pronounced B. So my guess is resistance held. Now we should try support. So we got a pretty fair chance of getting down and at least getting stops below 2130. What type of news do we have tomorrow? We have trade balance minus 60.5 B. That's usually where it is. Flash services, don't know. Last month it was last report it was 51.9. New home sales 601. And crude oil, I don't have a guesstimate for that. We'll have the APIs tonight. So the news focus will be new home sales and perhaps PMI flash services. That usually doesn't do much, and then maybe crude. So we don't have a big news day tomorrow. So we've got a B right here. The market is pointed lower. First sell is 39.41. Second sell is 45.47. Just leaning against resistance where it is right now. Buy side, think we're headed lower, so 30 to 32 by 1. And then 25.27 by 2. By the first numbers I got on that auction, and I did go to, I must have gone to a tips auction. But the numbers I had for the 2-year auction were way off base. Lower high, lower low. We can trade lower tomorrow. And my guess is that we probably saw the low today. So I think we're going to find buyers in that 130 area and sellers 130.12 to 16 as we move through the auction this week. It's a P. Volume's very high in the distribution. This is the 5 years. So in London, I think selling failure to take out and hold 8 to 12 is a reasonable trade. And then 15 to 19. On the buy side, 29 to 01. And then 21 to 25. Looking at the 30-year. Resistance starts at so 24.28. number 1, 31 to 03, sell 1, 11 to 15, sell 2. I think we'll find sellers in London tonight. On the buy side, auction was at 12. We're at 22, so 12 to 16 for number 1. 1 to 5, buy 1. And then 21, 25, buy 2. Looking at gold, higher low, higher high. We did get up to 75. We have not rejected that. If you go up and look at the charts, we get to that 75 area, it's going to be pretty easy to get up 1300, 1307. Don't think it happens tomorrow, given the lack of news, but our low volume number is at 8160. So 79, 81, sell 1, 84, 86, sell 2. On the buy side, 70 to 72, and 65, 67. Now we've gotten stops above here. So if we find sellers, if London comes in a little bit lower right here and starts to give us a V shape, we want to be short. Might not make it to our 79.81 sell zone. Looking at crude, got hit pretty hard today. We have the APIs tonight. I didn't see the guesstimate. Lower high, lower low, barely a lower high. So this one says we can sell it on the F1. And on our F2 screen, definitely a B, definitely pointed lower. So stops below 49.50. So 49.50, 49.25 buy 1. 48.75, 49 buy 2. On the sell side, last rotate up stopped at 50.10. We're at 49.80, so 50, 50 and a quarter is sell 1. That's where resistance is. And 50, 50, 50, 75, sell 2. We have news tonight, the API report. And the euro. Outside day. It usually means trading range. We don't have a lot of news on tap tomorrow for us. We have a saddle formation right here, so selling 20s to 30s, sell 1, sell 2, 45, 55. On the buy side, 875, 885, buy 1. But a question mark at the buck. Obviously we have to take that out, and then 108.50 for buy 2. And that does it for this October the 25th. I hope you all have a great evening. It's hot here for this time of year. It's going to be 80 degrees plus. And again, we've yet to experience much of a fall. I'm ready for some cooler temperatures, but somebody hasn't heard my voice. Wishing you all a great evening. I will see you bright and early in the morning. We'll see if we can shake that money tree once again. I'm out of here.